Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of escaping the cosmic prison, the Gnostic Archons. We're setting the stage for a seriously mind-bending journey into what almost feels like ancient sci-fi theology. We're going to look at texts from the first few centuries of the Common Era that completely, and I mean literally, upend how we view our reality.
Okay, let's dive right into this. What if the rulers of our world aren't gods, but actually jailers? What if the very fabric of our reality, the heavens above, the systems all around us, maybe even the thoughts bouncing around in our heads, is actually a rigged simulation? Well, ancient Gnostic Christians believed exactly this. They argued that our world is just a massive illusion, designed specifically to keep us asleep. Section 1. The Cosmic Prison.
To understand how we get out, we really have to look at the cage itself. The ancient sources tell us that this prison is maintained by entities known as the Archons. But here's the kicker. These jailers, they don't torture us with fire and brimstone. No way. Instead, they build a prison out of endless consumerism, algorithms, and daily noise. They turn our attention away from the absolute truth by keeping us completely absorbed in the mundane. It's essentially ancient doom scrolling. And look, this wasn't just some fringe conspiracy theory that lived on the outskirts of society. Early Christian leaders, like the Apostle Paul, wrote explicitly about these mysterious, sky-dwelling authorities ruling our world. The Gnostics took passages like this exact one from Ephesians and interpreted them as undeniable proof. Sinister spiritual forces stand directly between humanity and true salvation. Section 2. Birth of the Wardens. Let's move along and see how this builds, because if we're trapped in a cosmic cell, where did these wardens even come from? Well, everything starts in the pleroma, this perfect, ethereal realm of divine light. But then a divine being named Sophia makes a mistake. She yearns to create without her counterpart. And the solitary act births a malformed, totally ignorant creator named Yaldabaoth, also known as the Demiurge. Believing himself to be the only god, he creates our flawed material world, generating his lieutenants of illusion, the Archons. The word Archon literally means ruler or magistrate. I like to think of them as cosmic assistant managers with a massive chip on their shoulder. They're these bumbling, conceited enforcers of the Demiurge's laws. They issue sanctimonious commands they don't even really understand themselves yet. And, this is the scary part, they wield immense power over the physical and psychological realms of humanity. And here is the massive twist in Gnostic thought. In mainstream ancient religions, the beings that governed the planets and the elements were revered as benevolent angels or creator gods. But the Gnostics? They looked at those exact same beloved figures and exposed them as the ultimate villains. They literally recast the celestial architects of the universe as demonic prison guards. Section 3. The Seven Rulers. Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is that Gnostic texts frequently point to 7 specific planetary rulers who guard the gates of the false heavens, but they don't use physical bars to lock us up. They use psychological chains. Notice Yael ruling Jupiter, who uses bureaucratic law and false justice to keep us in line, or Sabaoth on Mars, weaponizing wrath and vengeance. Adonaios on Venus distracts us with vain desire, while Atanios on Saturn literally freezes the soul with fear and fatalism. I mean, these are the very systems governing human behavior to this day. But their control isn't just about our daily lives. It's about the afterlife, too. It's essentially a cosmic heist. Upon death, your soul has to ascend through the 7 celestial spheres, and at each one, an Archon stands guard. They interrogate you. If you lack the secret spiritual knowledge, they drag you right back down into the cycle of rebirth. But a mature Gnostic, they know the passwords, they bypass the traps, and they escape to the true realm of light. Section 4. Magic, Music, and Control. So, how does this control practically function in our world? Theories like the DeWitt theory ground these bizarre esoteric texts in a truly fascinating way. It suggests that naming the Archons isn't just about reciting some magical word, it means understanding the actual code of our cellular reality. It connects the Archons to musical harmonic frequencies that literally construct the physical world around us. Right at the center of this theory is a highly significant number, 256. Now, in computer terms, 256 represents 8 bits, or 1 byte of information. In acoustic terms, a range of around 16 to 256 cycles per second represents a specific threshold of human perception. This number symbolizes the absolute limit of the simulated reality the Archons built. It is the literal hard boundary line of our physical senses.
To understand how these frequencies control us, the sources introduce us to the mythological figure of Pan. The goat-footed god acts as the piper of this massive cosmic mechanism. Just as his panpipes could induce sudden panic or put people right to sleep, the Archons use harmonic frequencies to hypnotize humanity into a docile, completely unaware slumber.
And this connects directly to our very biology. The theory suggests the human spine acts as a sort of pitch pipe. Specific frequencies vibrate through our spinal cord, filtering the infinite data of the universe into just 5 narrow senses. We are essentially trapped in a biological tunnel, reacting entirely to a curated, simulated reality fed to us by the Archons, rather than experiencing the true, unfiltered cosmos. Section 5. The key to escape. But hey, do not despair, because the ancient texts left us the ultimate solution: Gnosis. Gnosis isn't just intellectual belief, it's profound mystical insight. You see, the soul doesn't break the Archon's chains with physical force. It escapes by achieving Gnosis, by remembering its true divine origin and realizing that the chains were never real to begin with. The bars of the prison are made entirely of illusion. So the crucial point here is perfectly captured in the ancient Valentinian formula. True rebellion in Gnosticism is simply remembering. It's knowing who you were before this flawed copy of a world existed, understanding where you've been thrown, and realizing you actually belong to the true light. Once you stop mistaking the Archons' voices for the divine, their grip completely, totally dissolves. The Archons don't haunt the ancient skies anymore. They live right here in our bureaucracy, our constant distractions, and the algorithms that carefully decide what we see. So, I have to ask you, where are the distractions keeping your soul asleep? Can you spot the wardens operating in your everyday life? It's time to stop chasing the illusions they've set up for you. Remember who you truly are, and wake up.